Unit 5 Testing for Spatial Environment Agile Testing. Now we have seen what is Agile testing in the Scrum phase. Then we studied Agile testing life cycles, and now we see what are the challenges faced in Agile testing. The first challenge is changing of requirements. This changing of requirements is faced by each type of technologies like developing technology, agile phase, waterfall model phases, incremental model phases, RAG model phases, web-based phases. Every model faces the changing of the requirements. We never know when the requirement is going to change. That it is an uncertainty process. So sometimes it happens that management changes requirements or a drop stories during the sprint. So this is not encouraged in a agile, but agile has an advantage of requirements. Like if there is a change in the requirements, they start working on it. Everyone, developer, tester, but somehow this requirement has to be in a document. First, this has to be passed by the management, by the change requirement, the software change management. Then it comes for developing and for testing. But before that, this changing requirements cannot be helped by everyone because sometimes when the developer when doing the work again there is a change that, for example, this is quite confusing. For example, I as a customer I talk with my developer, with my product manager, and I said I don't want this feature to be included in my product. So this product manager will talk to management first, change software change management people, and then they will rectify and they will start work on it. But later again, I'll call that manager and I'll say, no, no, don't do any work, don't change it. I want this change. So this is not confusing, and they already started working on those change requirements. Again, and I'm saying, no, don't work, stop your work. So this is some kind of hassling. I don't need it. This cannot be like discarded one or modified one, which changes the scope of testing unexpectedly. Of course, when I say I want that product feature to be changed. My work has started. The developer has started. It has given for to a testing team. My tester also started working. And later that manager informs tester team, please stop work. We don't want this change to happen. We don't. The customer has just changed his mind and he said, don't implement those features. Don't change the feature, please. Your work has stopped. Your projects, your scope of testing is also changed. That means you have to stop your work in the middle. So this kind of hassles come up. You have to be prepared. There is no solution. The change of requirements is there. Then we have not enough information. The second challenge is this is little tricky. That means who are responsible, the product owners who are responsible for developing user story may have an idea about a new feature, but may not aware of the specifics like specifications. When if I say I want the features like pause button, but I don't know when to implement. As I said, I want a pause button, but the pause button, the door should be open till close, and I suddenly press the pause. So it should stop. But how long it should continue? I have not defined it. The pause button initially is not defined how much to continue. So that means they have an idea that this feature has to be built without any specification. And the specification, who knows? The requirement manager, the developing manager, the test management, the one who works with the customer, because they only know what they want. But what are the technical issue we can face or we faces, the technical man knows. So this means there's a lack of information, there's lack of communications, They can't write a good set of acceptance area because the product owners or the end customer, he or she is themselves confused, is themselves they don't understand what they want. So it's difficult to set up the acceptance criteria. So sometimes unuseful documentation is observed, which is quite difficult to generate the requirements from them. You never know. So before that, of course, you will say there is a prototype model, which is like your small toy, just a story of your main from a small requirement. Can you say? So that specify that I want this. That has a clear understood of the goals or the product. The owner, the end user, understand the what product they want, and they finally agreed upon. But these challenges are faced, and this is a normal one with lack of information. Then we have a continuous testing. So how much you will test? At what is the scope of testing? There is some boundary fixed. Otherwise, there is a vast testing process. But you fix one boundary from A1 to B1. This is the boundary that I'm going to test. There's a test plan, there's a test script, there's a test cases I'm going to work about that, not C1 and D1 and all. That means testing is not restricted to one part of a development process. It's an ongoing activity. As I mentioned, it is just ongoing. Your developing is working, you work with your testing also. This creates a major challenge because testers are expected to start building tests for a feature before coding has even started. So agile is like working fast, rapidly. One finishes the other. So sometimes this is quite challenging. The team should ensure that each story has a sufficient acceptance criteria. No, if you don't have acceptance criteria, if you're not acceptance criteria is not defined, please don't start testing because acceptance criteria has to be first defined properly. Then you have a technical skills. Now, testers who works in agile environment needs to be technical savvy, helping developers with their API, that is application programming interface testing, integration testing, and scripting UI automation checks. So, as I said, the tester who works normally, the agile testers can say he or she should be have a thorough knowledge of automation tools. The first thing. Second thing about the knowledge of the test. And the third thing is about your testing scripts. Test scripts. Yes, the test script is put up in your automation tool to execute whether this feature is perfectly implemented or not. So this the person should be thorough with all this testing process, technically savvy. He or she should know thoroughly because agile is continuous working process. Tester with explanatory or manual testing background entering the world of agile will encounter steep learning curve. That means he or she bound to fall off because as I had said, agile is the ongoing activity, the ongoing process, a continuously need to work that defines your different types of automation tool, your different types of scripts. You have a different types of testing carried on. You should know all this thoroughly, then only you will do it properly. You will implement all those things properly. If you fail to do it, if you are very slow and if you are just learning Selenium, if you are learning the unit Java, JUnit, and if you are learning the test scripting of those tests, usually you're about to fall off. Then you have a frequent regression regression cycles. That means developer frequently and continuously add features to the product. There is a change. The developers is keeping adding the features, not removing, adding the features. This causes or regression in a previous feature. Tester use the regression test to identify this problem and overcome it. But manually it's not possible. In this agile, again the ongoing process, the changes bound to happen. The developers, the testers are quite busy. Now another challenge in web application behave differently. Yes, the agile is also when agile uses a web application, that means one applications on your web browser behaves in a Chrome, it behaves something different. In a Internet Explorer, that is it behaves something different. Then it creates a complex matrix of compatibility testing. The compatibility issues rise up. It's not supporting your browser, it's not supporting your hardware. To ensure that application functions to generate or work properly for all users, for every user, not for the users who are using a Chrome, not for the users who are using for for every Netscape, Navigator, Chrome, etc. Then you have a lack of communication. Earlier we have a lack of information, now we have a lack of communication. That means developer, tester, and the customers, what they are is lacking in communication. They don't know if the customer fail to express what he wants, what she wants, and developer and tester fail to produce and test what they want, that entire thing is falling down. The entire thing comes down. So that agile fails when requirement manager just when plots down the requirement, generates those requirements, and then thinks what need to be done. The developer when produces, codes it, implements it, and tester when tests in a testing condition, the surrounding, the environment. And finally, when it is deployed and it's found that it is not according to the user what he expected, that entire thing is falling off. But it may happen if there is a lack of communication, and I think this is one of the principle of software engineering also. Software engineering says that if there is a communication and the customer cannot properly communicate, cannot speak, draw the diagram, go for a pictorial representation, pictorial pictures, draw and communicate, ask whether he or she wants this or that. Last is no quality measured. That means there are numerous metrics like unit test, you have the line of codes, you have code complexity, but there is no clear picture where we stand with quality. So most agile teams are like flying bird, responding to the product failures or bugs. That means agile teams today have no single measurement of quality. Either they don't have a such as CMMI, or they don't have a metrics like unit test, code, or like LOC and code complexity. So it is sometimes a clear picture like where we stand with quality at each point, which area of products are working well, because there is no quality worked on